Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Patriots take over.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
The numbers a week ago for Michel. 14 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's going to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
7 yards there and a first down.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Cam throwing complete here to Edelman.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the Patriot first down.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver, was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
A play fake to Michel, now Newton.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
4 yards.
The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 17 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll hand this to Michel to get things started. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Michel on the handoff. Brian Poole.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
In the 1st quarter with the score Patriots 7, Jets 0.
On 1st down, it's Newton. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Complete.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown.
Complete to Julian Edelman.
Julian Edelman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
The There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down and 8. Here's Darnold. This is Bell with a dump off. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Bell. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell, and he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing, and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets are.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Kyle Duggar in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Day's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Patriot first.
Now remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel, and he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 50, Newton. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
No.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
3rd down.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. A shotgun snap for Newton. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now the 2nd-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We have hit halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Jets 3.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Newton. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
New England.
On first down, Newton. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman.
Newton's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the Briar Patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They fake the give. Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Sideline throw, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 2nd and 16, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, you want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Darnold sacked.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goes underneath for Bell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Darnold completes it, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. Give him 18 yards on that one, and the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again is Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
49-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
14.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Michel, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
Complete to Devin.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Newton on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
1st down.
Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the 1st quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White. His 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory. riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 15. A little under 2.5 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Darnold on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. This is White. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
A loss of a yard.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
tonight.
So this will wind up a victory.